AGORACOM Talks, your weekly go-to source for the best small-cap headlines for over 65 million investors since 2007. On today's deep dive, we're cutting through the noise, really giving you a rapid-fire briefing on some critical developments across key industries. We're zeroing in on the headlines, the actual financial and drilling results that should make you want to dig deeper, and, the direct quotes that underscore the significance.
Exactly. We've pulled together a stack of recent news, press releases. And what's really compelling, I think, is how these individual bits, waste conversion, new gold finds, digital privacy, battery tech, how they all connect to these much bigger global trends.
Yeah.
We'll give you the key takeaways, the specific data points, stock symbols included, the stuff that really matters. So let's unpack this.
Okay, first up, a company taking a pretty unique swing at two massive challenges: plastic waste and, our constant need for energy. The headline hitting our desk is, WAST Energy Corp stakes its claim in Texas Energy Hub with first waste-to-fuel facility.
Right, this is WAST Energy Corp. They trade on the OTCQB, symbol WAST, for folks maybe less familiar. The OTCQB is an established market, mostly for smaller developing companies. Lets them trade publicly. What's really significant here is their very tangible first move. They've secured a lease and has an option to purchase for a 3.7-acre industrial site, Midland, Texas. So this isn't just like a vague plan. This is their future first operational facility and their new corporate HQ. The goal: convert plastic and tire waste into ultra-low sulfur diesel.
Okay, so beyond just getting the land, what are the actual results they're projecting, the scaling potential? What makes this, compelling?
Well, they're aiming high. Capacity of up to 120 tons of waste per day eventually. They're starting with an initial 15 tons a day. But the outputs are interesting too. It's not just fuel. You get valuable byproducts like carbon black that's key for tires, plastics, and syngas, which is a versatile fuel gas itself. Plus, they're looking at marketable carbon credits. And environmentally, the projection is diverting 2 million pounds of plastic waste in 2025 and scaling that pretty dramatically, actually, to 7.5 million pounds by 2026. About waste, sure, but also distributed energy.
Right. And their CEO, Scott Gallagher, he had a pretty direct quote about the location, didn't he?
He did. He said, "Texas generates, refines, and consumes more diesel than any other state in America. This gives us unrivaled access to the feedstock we need, as well as immediate proximity to fuel buyers and the logistics systems that keep America running."
So that move, it clearly positions them not just as an environmental fix, but potentially as a critical energy player right in the thick of it.
Exactly. Right in the energy heartland.
Okay, let's pivot now. Mining sector. Some really exciting news coming out here. The next headline we're tracking: Goliath Resources strikes high-grade gold in British Columbia's Golden Triangle.
Yeah, that's Goliath Resources. They're on the TSX-V, that's the venture exchange in Toronto, symbol GOT. And this discovery, it's at their Sherbet property. It's right in BC's famous Golden Triangle, which, is known for huge gold deposits. The really significant result comes from new assays. Drill hole GD24280 specifically. Get this: 8.31 grams per ton gold over 23 meters. That includes a richer section. 15.69 grams per ton over 11 meters. And then an ultra-high grade bit, 37.45 grams per ton over 4 meters.
Wow, okay, those numbers. 37 grams per ton is exceptional. Just for context, what's usually considered high grade?
Oh yeah, it's way up there. Generally, anything over maybe 5 grams per ton is a solid high grade. So 15 is great, and nearly 38 grams. That's bonanza grade stuff. Suggests a very rich zone.
So beyond the amazing grades, what's the bigger picture here? What does this find really suggest?
Well, importantly, this is a step-out drill hole, about 500 meters east of where they hit high grade before. That strongly suggests this Bonanza Zone could be much, much bigger than they initially thought. And what's really fascinating and kind of de-risks it a bit is they confirmed a third previously unknown rock package that also has visible gold. It hints at this potentially vast interconnected gold system underneath.
So like a district scale potential. What does that actually mean for a company like Goliath?
Exactly. District scale implies it's not just one deposit, but potentially a whole series of related deposits across a large area. It could attract major mining companies, transform Goliath from a junior explorer into, a major player in the region. Changes the whole game. And in response, Goliath's already boosted their 2025 drilling plan. They went from 40,000 meters up to 60,000 meters, 9 drill rigs deployed.
And didn't one of their advisors weigh in? Someone from Crescat Capital?
Yeah, Dr. Quentin Henney, he's a technical advisor to Crescat, who are strategic investors. He called the discovery remarkable.
Yeah.
He specifically pointed out how finding multiple styles of gold mineralization suggests a deeper, more powerful system feeding everything.
That kind of outside validation, especially from someone like Henny, really adds weight, doesn't it? It signals this could be a major long-term asset.
Absolutely. It's a significant endorsement.
Okay, shifting gears completely now. From digging in the earth to the digital world, mobile advertising privacy, it's a huge issue. Our next deep dive looks at Kidoz expands beyond kid-focused ads with Prado SDK, aiming to redefine privacy-first mobile monetization.
Right, this is Kidoz Inc., also on the TSX-V, symbol KDOZ. The core news is their official launch of Prado SDK. An SDK, software development kit, it's basically a toolkit for app developers to easily flow in new features, in this case, ads. Now, Prado is their new monetization solution for mobile apps, and it builds on Kidoz's background in kid-safe advertising. The key difference, and this is crucial, is contextual targeting. They match ads to the app's content, not by tracking the user's personal data, or for developers, it means direct access to ad campaigns from big names. Fortune 500 advertisers. Yeah, the SDK supports flexible formats people are used to, like rewarded videos, watch an ad, get in-game currency, and those full-screen interstitial ads. What seems particularly compelling, though, is the early feedback from their pilot program. App publishers apparently reported higher revenue, easier integration, and strong interest from brands. Eldad Ventura, he's the president of Prado, he said, "With Prado, we're applying the same principles of quality and contextual intelligence that have made Kidoz a leader in kid-safe advertising, now tailored for all age audiences." So yeah, it could definitely set a new benchmark, especially as platforms like Apple and Google tighten privacy controls.
Interesting. Okay, sticking with innovation, let's move to industrial materials. Fumed silica. Sounds niche, but apparently it's everywhere. The headline is, Pyrogenesis achieves breakthrough in fumed silica quality, targeting industrial and pharmaceutical markets.
Yeah, fumed silica is one of those hidden ingredients. This is Pyrogenesis Inc., trading on the main TSX board, symbol PYR. Their innovation is using a plasma-powered process to make fumed silica. It's this superfine light powder used, like you said, everywhere. Thickening agent, anti-caking, abrasive, paints, drugs, cosmetics, even food. They've managed to significantly improve the purity, consistency, and quality using their method. And crucially, this isn't just them saying it. It's been verified by one of the world's leading fumed silica manufacturers. That's a huge step for commercial validation.
That third-party validation is key. So what are the specific improvements? What makes it a breakthrough?
They're seeing up to an 86% drop in unwanted impurities. That's significant. An additional 85% reduction in carbon content. Also, really important for performance, they got a 57% increase in surface area. That's vital for the high-grade stuff used in food, pharma, cosmetics, where purity and performance are critical. Plus, unlike traditional methods, their plasma process apparently produces no hydrochloric acid. That simplifies production, lowers environmental impact. It's cleaner and potentially higher quality.
Okay, so better quality, potentially cleaner process. The CEO, Peter Pascali, commented on this.
He did. He confirmed, saying, "These latest results confirm that our technology can deliver across multiple production runs with consistency and purity levels that are already meeting stringent industry benchmarks." It's also worth noting this tech is being developed for HPQ Pulver Inc., which is a subsidiary of HPQ Silicon. Pyrogenesis has a 50% stake in Pulveri and is their exclusive equipment supplier.
Ah, okay, good connection, because that leads us right into our next story, focusing on HPQ Silicon itself. They seem to be hitting the accelerator on entering the North American battery market. Headline, HPQ Silicon accelerates North American battery launch with new production pact.
Exactly, direct link there. This is HPQ Silicon Inc., back on the TSX-V, symbol HPQ. They've announced a pretty major strategic shift. They're launching their own battery production operations starting this quarter. This is through an expanded deal with a French firm, Novasium, and the target is ambitious. Deliver their first batch of industrial-grade batteries, specifically the 18650 format at 4,000 milliamp hours and the 21700 format at 6,000 milliamp hours by the end of Q3 2025.
Kid, those battery types, 18650 and 21700, they're pretty common, right? But those milliamp hour ratings sound high.
They are common formats, yeah, used in everything from power tools and EVs to big energy storage, but those capacities are definitely towards the higher end for those sizes. It suggests pretty good energy density.
So what's driving this sudden acceleration? Why jump into full production so quickly? And what are the risks?
Seems it's direct demand. They're citing strong interest from North American industries, specifically mentioning defense contractors and telcos. Everyone's looking for reliable domestic battery supplies right now. They believe their Gen 3 battery tech, which presumably uses silicon potentially derived from processes like biogenesis, offers better energy density and longer life, making it attractive. Risks. Well, rapid scale-up always has challenges: supply chain, quality control, execution. But the potential benefit is capturing that surging domestic demand. The CEO framed it as, "This agreement represents a pivotal step. Concurrent production enables us to unlock the full commercial potential while accelerating our entry into North America's energy storage market." So it's a clear move towards faster commercialization.
Got it. Okay, one more story to wrap up. We're heading back to precious metals, but with a really interesting twist on an old site. The headline is quite dramatic. ES Gold uncovers district-scale gold potential at Montauban, redefining historic Quebec mine.
Yeah, and this one's intriguing. It's ES Gold Corp, trading on the CSE, symbol ESAU. They've potentially made a game-changing find underneath the old Montauban mine in Quebec. It's a site with history, but mostly seen as shallow. They used an advanced deep imaging seismic survey, think of it like a geological MRI or ultrasound, and it revealed what looks like a vertically continuous mineral system going down to 1,200 meters. That's more than triple the depth anyone had modeled or explored there before.
1,200 meters, wow, so that completely changed the picture of Montauban, right? What does this imaging suggest?
It suggests that Montauban, instead of being this small, worked-out shallow mine, could actually be a large district-scale system. They're comparing it to prolific VMS deposits, volcanogenic massive sulfides. Those are often rich in metals and tend to occur in clusters, meaning potentially a lot more down there. The imaging picked up different zones: near-surface fractures, transitional zones deeper down, and then deep crystalline basement rocks that could be the feeder systems for the mineralization. It suggests a big, deep plumbing system. Gordon Robb, the CEO, didn't mince words. He said, "Montauban is no longer just a redevelopment story, it's a discovery story in the making. What we've uncovered suggests that the original mine barely scratched the surface."
That's quite a statement. So they have this dual strategy now, redevelopment and discovery. How does that work?
Yeah, it's interesting. They plan to get near-term cash flow by reprocessing the old mine tailings, the waste left over from previous mining. That could fund operations. But simultaneously, they're using this new data to explore for potentially much larger, deeper deposits. It's a rare combo, offering both near-term production potential and blue-sky exploration upside. Requires careful balancing of resources, though.
Absolutely. Wow, what an incredible range of stories today. A real deep dive into innovation across the board. From turning waste into fuel in Texas, hitting bonanza gold grades in BC, rethinking digital ads, advancing material science, accelerating battery production, to potentially redefining a historic mine in Quebec. It's clear breakthroughs are happening.
Indeed. And, each of these companies, they're tackling really critical challenges. Resources, energy, privacy, domestic supply chains. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How do these specific advancements we've discussed, these focused solutions, reflect that broader shift in how industries are adapting to what's coming? And perhaps more importantly for you, the listener, what new investment angles or maybe even entirely new technological frontiers might these developments be hinting at next?
Great question to ponder. We definitely encourage you to explore the source material, dig into these companies yourself to really grasp the details. Until our next deep dive, stay curious.